Pretty often I have women who ask me, how can I meet a femme woman? How can I get a femme girlfriend? And these are women who may be femmes or they may be studs, and they want a femme girlfriend. If you are not familiar what femme means, in the women who loves women community, femmes are feminine presenting women who are same-sex attracted. So she can be a lesbian woman, she can be a bisexual woman, or a pansexual woman, or a demisexual woman, or an asexual woman who is same-sex attracted. Women who love women, they have different interests, they have different taste in women. But I want to address in this video message how to get a femme girlfriend. And if you want me to do a video about how to get a stud girlfriend or how to get a butch girlfriend, etc., just let me know. You can leave a comment or you can send me a DM on my social media. But I want to address this particular topic because I frequently do get women who want to know how to get a femme girlfriend. And the reason why is because feminine presenting women are usually much harder to detect. And that's because we live in a heteronormative society, and most people assume that if a woman is feminine presenting, that she is heterosexual. But that is absolutely false. As a matter of fact, there are women who are heterosexual who can be tomboyish or an androgynous presenting type of woman, but she is heterosexual. So you really are not able to rely on a woman's physical appearance to determine her sexuality or her sexual orientation. And I'm going to proceed with giving you a few tips on how to get a femme girlfriend. I also will link one of my videos where I give you an example of how I meet femme women, because I am a feminine presenting lesbian woman. And so I can definitely understand how challenging it is to meet other feminine women who are lesbian or same-sex attracted. So you can actually check out the video. I'll probably link it in the description in the comment section, where I give you a real life account of how I was able to meet femme women. I am Giselle Wallace, certified gay life coach and author. I provide my lesbian perspective. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share this video message, and follow me on social media. My handle is at Giselle A. Wallace, and I am on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, which is also called X, and of course here on YouTube. Thank you for following and thank you for subscribing. How to get a femme girlfriend. This applies to all women who love women. If you are a masculine presenting woman, or if you are a feminine presenting woman, or maybe you're androgynous, this message is for you, because I definitely understand why you have this question. Because even though we are same-sex attracted women, we also have been programmed to believe that if a woman is feminine presenting, she must be straight. But I have good news for you. That is absolutely false. I know, because for one, I am a feminine presenting lesbian. So that's how I know. But I've also met other feminine presenting lesbians or same-sex attracted women. And we are out here. We love women. We want women to approach us. We want to meet women. And we are not hiding. I promise you, we're not hiding. It may seem like we are, but we're not, because, well, I'm not DL, so I am an open lesbian. And I'm pretty sure that you want to meet an open lesbian or a woman who is out. She's not closeted or she's not DL. If you are looking for a closeted or DL woman, well, this video message is not for you. How to meet a femme girlfriend. How can you meet a femme girlfriend? Well, the first hurdle that you have to jump over before you can even get a girlfriend who is feminine presenting or who is a femme, and some women refer to femmes as lipstick lesbians. It just depends on your culture or the way you like to label yourself. You first have to learn how to spot a woman who is feminine, who is into women. How do you do that? There's various ways that this can happen, but the best way for this to happen is if you are out. If you are a woman who is closeted, or if you're DL meaning down low, or you could be just a woman who is not really sure what kind of woman she wants, but she knows that she's attracted to women. You may want to see what it's like to be with a feminine woman just to get the experience and to see if that's what you like, because that actually happens. If you are someone who is new to getting acquainted with women, maybe you're a newbie, you've never been with a woman before, but you want to be with a woman before, you may not quite know what kind of woman you like yet. So that is possible. It'll be a bit more complicated for you to figure out how to meet femme women or how to get a femme girlfriend if you're DL or closeted, or if you're a newbie. If you are an out woman, meaning that you have no shame in your game, you're very confident in your own skin, you know who you are, you know what kind of woman you want, but it's still a little bit difficult for you to meet feminine women. If you are out, you are going to have more opportunities to meet feminine women who are lesbian or same-sex attracted. My first suggestion is for you to be out, because you have to kind of consider the other woman and how she's thinking. She probably won't be able to detect if you are into women either, because if you're feminine presenting, she's probably thinking the same thing you're thinking. And then if you're not out, then she really will not know that you're into women who are feminine. Nothing won't happen. And unfortunately, that happens too often, where women just kind of sit on their hands and they don't take any action. They just look around at women all day and fantasize about them, but nothing ever comes out of it but a daydream. Well, I know you're tired of daydreaming. I know you're tired of fantasizing. I mean, it can be nice. There's nothing wrong with fantasizing or daydreaming about women. But eventually you want to really experience being with a woman. This is why I am doing this video message, so you can get to that point. It's time for you to figure out, why are you having a difficult time meeting feminine presenting women who are lesbian or same-sex attracted women? Could it be because you are closeted? Could it be because you are DL? Could it be because you are a newbie? Could it be because you are waiting on a woman to approach you, so you're sitting on your hands? I often inform women that you have to deprogram from heteronormative dating standards. For instance, heterosexual women, they actually wait for men to approach them or ask them out on a date, because in the heterosexual community, it is frowned upon for women to chase after men or for women to ask a man out. And if it gets to that point where they're in a relationship, she's prohibited from asking a man to marry her or even proposing to a man. And I don't think any woman should ever ask a man to marry her. I think that in the heterosexual community, that a man should be the one who approaches a woman, and he should be the one who proposes to a woman for her hand in marriage and ultimately ask the woman to marry him. That's the way heteronormative relationships are between a man and a woman. But that doesn't apply to women who love women or to women who are in the lesbian community, because we are equals. You don't have to wait on a woman to approach you as if she is a guy. We're both free to approach the woman that we want to approach. You should take advantage of that. It is a freedom that you will be able to relish in and really appreciate. And it will give you even more opportunities to meet feminine presenting women. You have to deprogram from dating like a heterosexual woman. Don't expect women to approach you all the time, because that's probably why you haven't met a feminine presenting woman. Because if you're thinking that way, she's probably thinking the same way, or she's already with another woman, because she took action. She actually said, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to talk to this woman because I'm attracted to her and I want me a girlfriend. So she takes action. So we have to be proactive in our dating life, in our love life as women, whether you are feminine presenting or masculine presenting. Keep in mind, this video message is about how to get a feminine girlfriend. In this regard, this woman is going to be hard to detect if she is a lesbian. And that is the dilemma. So start with yourself. Make sure that you are out. And if you're having difficulty coming out, you want to try to figure that out, work through that. I am a certified life coach and I coach same-sex attracted people. I can help guide you through that because that is more personal. That is something that will take a little bit more deep diving than just a video message, because this video message is practical and it generally applies to the women who it's for. But if you have your own unique personal situation, definitely get in touch with me for life coaching. If you are out as a woman who loves women, that's wonderful because it's going to give you more opportunity to meet feminine presenting women. Here's the very peculiar quality about out women. She's going to be easier to get along with. She's going to be more social, and she's going to be the type of woman who will not keep you guessing about her interest in you because she is out. Out women are more confident, they're more social, and they have better relationships with women. They're very proactive. I know from experience of when earlier in my life, I came from a very homophobic family and I couldn't be myself. Although they knew I was a lesbian, I could not express myself without being, chastised for it. But when I got away from the nest, when I went to college, at first I was a little bit hesitant about meeting women, and I was hesitant about being out. And what I learned is I didn't meet any women hardly. Like, it would have to be a woman who just came on to me, and that did happen. Because trust me, it's going to happen where women will come on to you. If a woman finds you attractive, women will approach you. That's happened to me before. But it doesn't happen all the time because, well, we are in a heteronormative society, and women, they're very cautious. They don't want, just to randomly go up to a woman she doesn't know, because that woman she may get offended, or she may be homophobic and just make a scene, and it could go bad. So that's why a lot of women just kind of shy away from directly approaching women, especially if they don't know anything about you. It's not like we know that you're gay or bisexual as a feminine woman. So what you have to do is, you do absolutely need to be confident in your own skin, and you have to be absolutely ready to meet women. So what I learned is, okay, I'm not really meeting the kind of women that I want, because there were women who would approach me, but I didn't necessarily like those women. I had to realize that the only way I'm going to get the kind of woman that I want is I am going to have to stop worrying about people knowing that I am gay. And when I let that go, it was like I became a brand new person. It was like I just really saw a side of myself and a side of women that I never knew existed. And what that is I discovered that when I am being myself, when I am free to let women know that I am gay, this actually changed the whole game for me, because women were absolutely delighted to know that I was confident enough to say, I'm a lesbian. And I found out that there were women out there who were just like me. So that is really the key, ladies. So I'm going to recap what I've already said. You have to be out, because when you're out, that makes you very confident. You actually exude lesbian energy. Lesbian energy is your superpower. It is an undeniable energy that attracts women to you. You don't even have to really do anything, because it's like you're radiant. It's like you're very magnetic. You draw women to you organically, because you're just being your authentic self. And then you're the kind of woman who will be more social around other women. You'll be more comfortable around other women. Women will like being around you. And that is such a beautiful quality, because, we live in this heteronormative society, which is very patriarchal, where men will actually pit women against each other, because they love when women compete against women to get men. But when you are a same-sex attracted woman, we really don't think that way. We really don't operate that way. And if you've been exposed to it so much, unfortunately, you start thinking, well, there's no women out here for me. All of these women are straight. All of these women, they're just competing for a man. And you just feel so isolated and lonely. But when you realize that there are women out here who are feminine presenting, and they're waiting for you, then you're just going to just let all of those restrictions go, and you're going to start meeting women. So be yourself. Let go of all of the programming, the heteronormative programming, and you are going to be magnetic. Women will be drawn to you, and you're going to be more comfortable with approaching women, because you're a very social person. Now, there are women who, we have different personalities, and our personalities vary, which is beautiful. We don't want to be the same kind of woman. Although we're lesbians, or we're same-sex attracted women, we have our own personalities. We're not monolithic. So there will be some women who are more outgoing. There will be some women who are more introverted, or women who are kind of in between. I think they call it ambivert. But basically, they're a mixture of being outgoing and introverted. However, a woman is going to like you. She's just going to like you. It doesn't matter what your personality is like. As long as you are a woman who loves herself and you're your own woman, she's going to want you. She's going to desire you. And what you want to do next is you want to approach women. And here's the thing. When you hear the word approach, you might start cringing like, oh no, how do I just go up to a random woman? Or maybe you don't know the woman, but you're still nervous about letting her know, hey, I like you. I get it. I do. I understand. And the anxiety, the fear is actually good because it means you really care. You're not just going out there headlong without thinking about the outcome. Because we're women, we have to be safe, we have to protect ourselves, and we also are very empathetic and nurturing. So we're being considerate of other women and how they feel. So that is completely fine. If you have some anxiety, don't worry about that too much. That's going to be there. It is actually a misconception that you should have absolutely no fear or absolutely no anxiety, and that means that you're confident. That's not true. Confidence is just you're sure about who you are and you're sure about what you want. But it does not mean that you have no anxiety or no fear. Anxiety and fear is actually allows you to be considerate and also measure your intentions and your actions. So that's important. And when you start approaching women, don't think that it has to be, my name is, I know I am a feminine woman, but I want you because you are a feminine woman. What is your phone number? I want you right now. That's not what it's about at all. Approaching a woman is you just being yourself. You could just compliment a woman. That's approaching a woman. You can just say, you have beautiful skin. You have beautiful eyes. You have beautiful hair. Whatever it is, that's approaching a woman. That's opening the door for her to respond to you. And it is actually the way you start a conversation. Most women are terrified of even doing that. But we cannot be terrified. If we are going to be terrified, then we are going to be locked into our shell and we will not meet women. And women are ready to meet you. How do you know that this woman who is feminine is attracted to women? You are going to find out when you start talking to her. So that's why you can't be terrified of her. You can talk about the weather if you want to, but you're not going to have to have a whole script. Just let it flow. Listen to what this woman talks about. Sometimes women tell on themselves if you listen to her. Women love to talk. This is a quality that women have, and you need to work on your listening skills. So always listen to women. Always pay attention to women because they tell on themselves all the time. Watch her mannerisms. Watch how she dresses. Now, more than likely, she's not going to probably walk around with a bunch of rainbows. But she may have something that signifies to you that I think this woman is a part of the LGBTQ community. Listen to what she's interested in. And another thing is you have to pay attention to body language with a woman. A feminine presenting woman, she will usually show her interest in you with her eyes and how she stands when she's around you. She stands mirroring you. If her body is facing away from you, or if she's causing distance between you, like every time you move towards her, she's moving back or she's moving away from you, she's not interested. But a feminine presenting woman, when she really is into women, she's very mindful and conscious when she's around a woman that she's attracted to. So she might have nervous energy. She may look at you longer than women look at each other on average, because when you're gazing at a woman, this is also a sign that she's interested in you. You can really tell if a woman likes you if she's smiling and she's touching you. Not touching you inappropriately, but I've had women, for example, when they're standing near me, I've had women who literally put their arm around my waist and they'll say things like, I could just wrap my whole arm around you. You're just so cute. I just love your shape. They'll say things like that to you because I've had women do that. And so I know right then and there, this woman wants me, right? So, and she's feminine presenting. And so I already know, okay, yes, she likes me. And then I just go on from there, because if I'm attracted to her, well, we just go on and keep flirting with each other. But you're going to have to be out, because you're going to have better chances of meeting women. You're going to have to deprogram from the way heterosexual women date, because you are a lesbian or you are a same-sex attracted woman who is bisexual, etc. You are going to have to realize you have the autonomy and the freedom to approach a woman. If a woman approaches you who is feminine, wonderful, that is awesome. But obviously that hasn't been happening, because that's why you are asking me, how can I get a feminine girlfriend? You are going to have to take action. Approach her. And then I will leave you with this. Women who are feminine presenting, they're actually, as I mentioned, very aware and conscious when they're around women who they're attracted to. And because she knows the dating pool is so small, if that woman wants you, she's going to let you know. She's going to let you know. You're going to feel her interest. Like, it is going to be so thick that you can cut it with a knife. One way of testing that is, say like you're in this conversation with this beautiful woman, and then you act like you have to leave. She'll find some kind of way to still keep you there. And she's going to want to make sure that this conversation continues. And if time does not permit for that to happen, the attraction is going to be so intense that one of you is going to ask, how can I stay in touch with you? What is your social media? What is your phone number? Here's my social media. Here's my phone number. You're going to start exchanging contact information. I'll tell you a little brief story and then I'll close. When I was working this particular job, I was on the phone with this woman. She was a customer. And it was just something about our conversation and her energy and her talking to me. It was like I was attracted to this woman, even though I couldn't see her. I was extremely attracted to her personality and her voice. And turns out that's how she felt about me. And this is what she did. She said, is there a way that I can speak to you again? And I wasn't able to give her a direct extension. It was kind of like a job where if you called, you could get just any random person. You didn't get the same person again. And I didn't have an extension. So what I did was I knew that I was attracted to this woman and I wanted to find out more about her. So when she asked me, is there a way I can speak to you again? What I said to her, I said, I don't have an extension. I don't have a direct phone number, but I'm going to give you my email address. And what I did was I gave her my email address and I said, I tell you what, I'm going to email you right now. And I said, what's your email address? So she gave me her email address and I emailed her and she said, oh, okay, well, thank you for sending me the email. She said, I will email you later on today. And I said, all right. And she did. And what was interesting is that woman would not get off the phone with me until she saw my email come through to her. So she gave me her email. I emailed her and she was like, it hasn't come in just yet. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, it should come through in a few moments. And that woman did not get off that phone till she saw my email. And she said, is this your name? And I said, yes. She said, okay. She said, I'm going to send you an email later today. I know you're working right now, but just look out for my email. I said, I will. And we had to get off the phone because I was at work, because they would measure how long you'd be on the phone. And also these are, recorded calls, so they could be, monitoring you. But I kept it professional, but at the same time, I was making a connection with this woman who was feminine presenting and I'm feminine presenting. And we linked up. We absolutely did. So there you have it. I hope this message helps you how to meet a feminine woman or how to get a feminine girlfriend. Get in touch with me for life coaching. Thank you for tuning in. I am Giselle Wallace. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share the video. Follow me on social media. My handle is at Giselle A. Wallace. And if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, please join me in my channel membership. It's called the Premium Tribe. And it's where LGBTQ plus people commune together. And we maintain our authenticity in this heteronormative society. Thank you for joining. I hope you find the feminine woman you're looking for. Keep going.